when I shared the last video about how to catch spike and how you can use this very thing you are seeing on the screen here to make at least take 10 candles successfully using only but 5 minutes time frame. You know, a lot of people were commenting, some were trying, it was working for them, and I came to find out that some other people it was not working for them, and I was asking myself what could be the reason. So I found out that some people were missing out in some of the crucial things that has to do with this very crossing in the histogram, and some of them we are not able to wait to see the accurate move in the main chart that has to do with the progress of the market technically, you know. So, and I was asking myself, how can I be of help to people who are spending their subscription data to watch our videos and who are believing so much in us to make sure that they will be able to make money. You know, I know the first thing that will come in your mind once you set your eyes to see this, you say, it's the same video. No, it's not the same video. It's a different video with a different move that will change the perspective you have towards forex trading. If only you can spend at least 10 minutes of your time to watch this very video, you will see the changes, and it's going to surprise you how massive this is going to be. And I want to say this thing, I want to talk only, I'm not going to talk about how to catch spike with this very strategy. I want to focus mainly on how you can use this thing to do your scalping and be, at least you'll be able to get the one of the most accurate results so far. There is something we'll be adding to this thing to help us to see based on the challenges we're having, and beside, we don't have, everybody are not of the same level, some are not of the same capital, some have higher capital. So today we'll be adding 50 moving average in what we have already. We'll be adding 50, and this is the color we'll be using. You know, I decided to add this thing. Then why do I need to add this thing in 5 minutes time frame? See, there are things we don't understand about this 5 minutes time frame. Did you see how the 50 moving average crossed? Did you notice that? Did you see that this 50 moving average was able to dictate the final move of the this move from this angle and the final move from this very angle? Did you notice that? Did you notice that at the end of this, that this particular thing stopped here, and the next time the market made a move was across the 50? What is this thing representing, or what does this thing mean to you? It simply means that without any much struggling, once you have your histogram line from any corner to any angle, you see something like this. Once you see something like this, then you see that this thing have crossed the 50 moving average, the 9 moving average, and 12 moving average. Once you have seen this thing like this, it's a sign that something is coming. Please pay great attention, because you may not get this thing if you keep skipping the video. Now, what will happen when you do that? Watch from this angle. You'll notice that this thing happened like this. None of them was like this. None of them ever crossed over this line. So what does that represent? And you check from here, this thing was doing a consolidation in the 15 and 5 minutes moving average. Get that straight. Now, at a time, this thing went down from here, and this time this one started going up like this. And when that started going up, look at the first thing that happened, and lined immediately, it changed from this angle. This one crossed, the 9 crossed over the 12. Get that straight. Now, when this thing happened, there is a need for you to be careful with this resistance zone, which may be a huge level of frustration if at all this thing was not able to break out from here. So what does that mean is that once you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, the next one that will come should come with a long spike that will break all those things. All those things are just a kind of testing the momentum to see if they will be able to make a move to keep going down, but this time buyers was present enough to take over the market. And so why do I add this 50 moving average? I added this 50 moving average because when I saw how some people felt, I was like, is this really the strategy that I have been using? How? And when I saw this particular guy that came up with $8 and ended up with $185, I was so happy that at least some people are making huge move. And when some other guy sent something to me and told me that I should not, because of security reasons, I should not air this thing, I was so happy that some people said, I tested this thing and it's working for me. And I pray that you remain profitable, because every time you are using a strategy, there is always a time when some call it nagging, when you will notice that the strategy is not working. That thing is not that the strategy is not working. The strategy is 100% working. But do you know the problem? The problem is that the price action is moving in a different move. Let me show you something. The price action is moving in a different move. Listen. When you trade something that looks like this, with this may be your TP. This may be your stop loss. Why somewhere here may be your TP. You have this place, and here will be your entry point. Do you get that? Now, when this signal shows something like this, which represents something like this, in some cases, the market may not happen like this. In some cases, the market may happen like this. It will take time like this, and take a long like this, and come back, but almost in the same line. It will just be adding little like this, and with that, you may be waiting. It will break out here, only for it to come down after this one. Then you wait for it to break out, only for it to come down after a while. Then this is how it may happen for some days, which we'll call this one now a consolidation. But in this presence of consolidation, some sharpshooters can also enter. To take advantage of it, and that is the sense of this strategy. So once this thing is happening like this, you are out of the market. You wait and watch what the market is doing, but immediately you notice that this market is shifting from what is supposed to be. You will not check your histogram, you will not check your MACD, and you say, I'm sure this is what is going to be. Then you visit your higher time frame, at least from H4, D1 to H1. At least from there, that is where you should. Now, from there, you start trekking back to the remaining 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and now finally you take in your 5 minutes time frame. But once it is about scalping, there is a need for you to be touching your 1 minute time frame, because when the 5 minutes is making a move, 1 minute is also making a very big move. So if you check your 5 minutes and see a resistance zone somewhere, then you will count that 3 candles, which is 15 candles like this in 1 minute time frame, instead of you to wait for the next 15 minutes. For the candle to complete 15 minutes, you may count 10, 5, 5, 10. At 12, you will cut the 10, and it will surprise you that as it is reaching 15, it will spike, and that means your TP will not be above, your TP will be below, and that is how we'll make money on forex trading. All right, so this is how we can use those things. Are you seeing what I'm telling you? Look at those things. It's as simple as that. Look at, once you see this breakout in your 1 minute, in your 5 minutes time frame, it's going to be of a great help for you to enter. I mean, when all, look at this thing, when all crossed, you have more chance. And see, look at it, look at here, and look at here, look at them, look at, even at this point, all of them, look at here, all of them, Do you see that? So the change in histogram gives you a signal that something is coming. Then confirm it from this angle. You are good to go. I mean, come on. It's not some are saying, how real is this thing? Try this thing. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So I decided to add up this thing so that it will be more clearer. Look at it. How does this thing look like? Is there anything? I mean, check it now. It's open. It's open. Try it and see. It's open, as clear as anything. But do you know the problem I've come to discover? That while we are moving, some people don't know how to see the market from the present time of the market. Let's assume as the market is currently moving, some people find it difficult to see the market moving in that direction. As this market is going now, some I find it difficult. As this market is going, it's simple. The market break out from here, and from this place they are almost in the same level. As simple as this. You mark your distance. When this thing break out from here, this is where this thing should be. You check it from this angle. That is simple. So you cannot come here now and be doing your scalping because you have all this resistance zone to fight with, and the market is forming a strong support zone, and you cannot enter for a spike because it's forming a strong support zone that can help to lift this thing up to this direction. Then you cannot enter here for a spike because it's forming a resistance zone, which make this place we call a consolidation. The market is ranging to take a shot, and this is what we have here. Let's assume you entered at this point, and here should be your entry point. This is your signal. Here is your entry point, and once here is your entry point, you put your stop loss here. Remember that in boom and crash, your stop loss is you should concentrate more on TP than stop loss, because the spike can, in fact, the spike is not a respecter of your stop loss. So just be careful whenever you are doing. That is why I always encourage people, and you watch. That is why I keep saying most people who traded with a volatility 75, 25, 10 and this thing, if you use the same pattern you are using to trade that thing and enter into boom and crash, it will surprise you that you will be shedding tears almost every day. That's why you require enough knowledge. Some of the tutorials or some of the things we have, sometimes people will tell you that you don't need anybody to teach you about boom and crash. Just place your trade. And the question is, ever since you have been placing your trade, how much do you have as benefit? Check it's a simple question. Ask yourself this thing. How much profit have you been able to make since you have been depositing? You raise to 100. The next day you have minus 10. Where went the 90? Sometimes someone told me that he deposited that should be either 1,500 something or that about. Before he came to me for mentorship, he already had 80 out of this whole money. The question is, where went the whole $420? $1,420 gone and the pockets of brokers. And who are you to blame? Are you to blame the person that introduced you into Forex, or are you to blame yourself? You should blame yourself, number one, for venturing into business you know nothing about. It is easy for you to identify sell and buy. It's very, very easy. It's easy for you to adjust your stop loss. Very easy. It's very easy for you to adjust your stop loss to something higher than 5, 3, 2, 1. But it takes matured mind to trade with 0.50, at least when your account is below 30.50. So because the hit of $50 can be more powerful when you are trading with $1 or 50, but once you have 0.50 cents, the profit may not be huge, but it can help you to take this $50 to $120 successfully. it may take you like 2 days or 3 days to do this, because it's not every opportunity you will trade. It is clear opportunities. Clear, when I mean clear, I mean pure opportunities you will trade. If you mistakenly trade all opportunity, any mistake, the account is reducing. And another thing people do that make them to be frustrated when you're in forex trade. Do you know that? They keep fighting every single day. They are fighting every single day to recover their losses. Believe me, you have nothing to do with lost money. If you like, take it or leave it. You have nothing to do with lost money. That one is called lost and not savings. It's not a saving. So you cannot recover it. The next thing you do is to go for gain. Go for gain. Two things are in the forex. Each time you place a trade, you either close with profits or you close with losses. So the only one that is lost is gone. Anytime you make profit, you did not recover the other one. What you made was a new profit. So if you fight to recover those things, you keep losing. So to remove this mindset, remove this psychological view of trading, remove those things. I beg you to remove those things. If you want to succeed in forex trade, remove this thing. If you make this, let this remain and fight to make gain and profit. That is one of the simple way you can keep moving. Today you are closing with at least plus 100. That is a good day for you. The next day you are closing with minus 90. That is a bad day for you. Don't fight to recover this 90, because it may lead you to lose all you have in your account. But if you allow this one to go, next day you trade with more carefulness, it will surprise you that the 90 of yesterday is back, because you never concentrated on this. You focus on the new day. Allow what has happened to happen and learn from it and move up. These are some of the simple things that maybe you don't know. Some of you already know it. And one last thing that can help you to use this strategy to succeed is when you practice DMF. Discipline makes forex profits. That's my own term. Once you are disciplined, you will make profits in forex. Discipline makes forex profits. So if you are not disciplined, forget about trading. Just forget about it. If you cannot, if you have like $300, you cannot discipline yourself to trade with $1. You only want to trade with $5. You only want to trade with any loss size that the account can carry. I'm sorry, because you will make huge profit and also make huge losses, and in few days your name will be sorry. That's one thing. No matter how professional you are, real professionals will always tell you to mind your loss size. That is one thing they will tell you. A newbies that just joined forex, okay, the reason why you want to log in, the reason why you need so much money is so that you'll be trading with $10. sorry bro, you are just joking, sha. This is just a joke, pure joke, because some of the people you see that use this, they are using their demo. I'm telling you, some of them are using demo account, except those that have like 4,000, those that have 2,000. Once you have something like this, you are good to go. I know why I'm telling you those things, because I love all my viewers. I want them to succeed. I don't care about those who fight me. That's one thing in life. If there is no position, there will be no new heights. All right. So the opposition makes us to move further and come out better. So that will not stop me to review some of the things that can help you to succeed. So just discipline yourself. It's a very big tool. Discipline yourself. It will make you to remain profitable. Use the loss size that is at least that can help you to make profit, so that if for any reason what you predicted was wrong, it will help you to bounce back from the market. I mean, so that if you incur losses, let's just use something as an example. Okay, now let's look at this thing. If you check what is happening here, if you see this, you will see that this thing was a strong move from this angle. Who will have believed that in few minutes from now that the market will be coming down to this area? So let's assume you place your trade at this angle, expecting this thing to move up, and maybe mistakenly your phone went off, or your data, you don't know that you have a loss of that. I mean, you have exhausted your data, only for you to come back and see that the market is at this area. And let's just take something as simple as that you are doing a scalping from this area with, let's just say, $10. You know what that means? You're using $10 to place trade, to do scalping, which any candle here will give you like $20. And if this thing can give you $20 plus $20, if a spike should meet you at this thing, it should bring you up to 180, and you have a total amount of $300. So, and this is where you started the journey. This is where you started the journey. So, and the market, all these things made you a profit, and you were smiling, and you were expecting it to go to the moon, only for you to come back. Check from here and see what you have here. Believe me, when you come back, you will think that maybe the thing went off, but go and check your trade. You will see that you're already out of the market. Why? Lack of discipline. But let's assume you are using like $1 to trade. You will, even if this thing spike, you will be losing something, at least $40. You will have like 262. I know why I'm telling you those things, because I love you, because I want you to succeed, because I want you to remain profitable. You know, just apply this moving average. It will shock you the magic. It will shock you how massive this thing can be. I know why. Sorry for taking your time. I believe it will help someone somewhere, somehow. Just drag this thing. Once the thing cross over, close your trade. Use here as your TP, and use here as your entry point. Use here as your TP. As simple as that. 5 minutes time frame. Any screen size that can help you, use it as your zoom level. Any zoom level that can help you to see something like this, use it. And let me tell you the truth. Those that program this thing, they know that all the zoom level are useful. If the smaller zoom level is the most perfect, they will have leave it in that realm. But they know that one zoom, second zoom, third zoom level, they know that if the market is like this, it will be helpful. If you bring it up like this, more helpful, like this, more helpful, like this, more helpful. So they brought those things so that it will be of a great benefit to us. Try this and chat me up on my comment section and say thank you if this thing will be of great help to you. And if you're watching this video till now, I believe that you believe in what you are doing. Please, I beg you to subscribe to our channel. And to some of you that sees GDFX, maybe I talk too much, please, sorry. I am only talking to help someone. All right, we don't even enjoy talking. We are talking so that those who believe in us will only in one day find the truth behind what you are saying, so that they will understand that we are not just making videos to get views, but we are making videos to impact life. All right, that is one thing you should know. And if all that we have been saying is confusing to you, I beg you to look for a mentor. How many times have I said this? Look for a mentor. Don't believe this thing that you don't need a mentor, that you will be a mentor to yourself. You have been a mentor with how many dollars so far? You have mentored yourself with your capital. How much do you have as scale? If you have ever made $100, $200 and you lose all for any reason, you need a mentor. That is all I have to tell you. Or you have deposited 400, 300, 100, and you raise it to 60 and later come down to a point of 30 or 20, you seriously need a mentor. That is my little advice for you. Apply those things, use it to do your scalping, and also use it to catch a spike. As simple as that. It's going to shock you how massive you will be earning using this thing. And you know, this boom and crash is a 24 hours business. Even if you wake up at midnight, it's still running. So who knows, you can change your world doing this. GDFX, love you so much.